Well, hello there, Virgo. How are you? It is so good to see you. I'm sorry I've been away for a while, but I am back and I am so excited to see you. Today, we are going to be doing a special reading, really to celebrate the beautiful energies right now with the new moon in Sagittarius and the 12/12 portal, both of which occurred yesterday on December 12th, but will be carrying forward for the next 3 or 4 weeks. So this portal is actually occurring in your fourth house of home and family, inner child, childhood dreams, all of that. And so it's kind of an energy of recognizing, of going back, of wanting that feeling of home around you. So at this time, you may be wanting to perhaps redecorate or make your home more cozy for yourself and for those that live either with you or are invited to your house often. So, and for some of you, you may be wanting to move somewhere that provides more of that cozy feeling for you, having more friends available to you, or more of the things that you enjoy in life, whether those are activities outside or, the soul tribe, somewhere where you can have a soul tribe. So today what we're going to do is take a look first at the overall energy for this portal. And this is really, once again, good for the next 3 to 4 weeks. So we'll take a look at the overall energies, and then we'll move to the tarot to get a little bit more of advice about how you can incorporate that new moon in Sagittarius energy into your life. So Sagittarius is all about being magical, of expanding, putting expansion into your life. And since this is in your fourth house, that is exactly why you're going to want to expand your home environment, the coziness of it, the energy of what it is that you want to surround you in your home environment, whether it's the people or the material things or just where your home is. So let's get started. Let's see what we have on the horizon for you. You have the snow leopard, self-reliance. You are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. Okay, so Virgo, you are the hermit. This has a little bit of that hermit energy to it, doesn't it? It's about going within and listening to your own intuition about what it is, especially that you want in your home environment. You could have all of these people externally telling you, maybe, giving you suggestions of where you should live or what your home should look like, how to decorate your home, whatever it is. You could also have people in your life that are suggesting who you live with or who you don't live with, right? This is the energy of going with it, of understanding that you have within yourself that wisdom of how to navigate what is right for you, especially when it comes to your home. And then uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Now, Virgo, I feel like for a lot of you, there is this energy of wanting change in your home environment. Once again, whether you want to redecorate or renovate the home that you're in, or if you just even want to move, there is this strong energy that I'm getting of wanting to move, to live in a different place or in a different home, okay? And for some of you, it could be about changing who is in your home environment too. Either wanting somebody to come in and join you, or wanting to move away from someone that is perhaps causing you a little bit of conflict. There is this energy, this underlying energy that you're feeling conflicted about where you live or who you're living with. Like there's this underlying chaotic energy, and it's really coming from your intuition, letting you know that it is time to make a change, to follow your own heart, that perhaps the direction that you are taking at this time really isn't in alignment with what it is that you want for yourself. Yeah, this is kind of coming out. I feel like time to go, mending. Imagine very much that Aquarian energy that will be coming into play in January, as Pluto moves into Aquarius on January 20th, right? Imagining, expanding your horizons of where it is that you live or what it is that is in your home. And then you have Loyal Heart and Ten of Cups. I think for some of you, you may even be wanting to move closer to family, because the fourth house is all about childhood too, of wanting to have, to move closer to family, so that you can see them more often or something like that. So like if you've moved away from your hometown, some of you may be actually wanting to move closer back to your hometown. This energy of the mending, of understanding that maybe you had to kind of have this adventure, go out into the world, see things in a different light, but now you're ready to kind of return to your hometown to spend more time with your family. Yeah, this is beautiful energy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's take a look at what you have learned in 2023. That's one of the things about this 12/12 portal, is that we're taking a look at reassessing our life. Where are we in our life at this time? What has occurred over the last year that has brought us joy and abundance? And where is it that we would like to go? Where would we like to be in the next year, in December of 2024? So what have you learned? There's something here about finding the truth of who you are as a person. Now, this is the Emperor energy of control, okay? So it could be finding the truth in, perhaps the Emperor can represent father energy, can represent boss energy, institutions, that type of thing. But it can also represent that part of ourselves that wants to be in control of our home and where we live, right? Once again, there's this energy of coming into the truth of who you are. The Emperor knows who they are. The Emperor has no doubt about what it is that he wants. And you also have the King of Wands underneath. Okay, this is, to me, this is your spiritual teacher, being a guide for other people. And I feel like you're putting yourself in alignment with your spiritual path, your life purpose. And by doing that, you're looking clearly at what does it mean for me to live that life, to step into an energy of being my true authentic self. What does that mean as far as where I live, who I live with, and what my home environment looks like? Yeah, you have the King of Pentacles coming out. Lots of divine masculine energy. We all have divine masculine and feminine within ourselves. But I think you're understanding that you're holding yourself back because of the essence of money, of financial. Okay, so you could have over the last year kind of like not allowed yourself to redecorate or refurbish or move due to financial constraints, right? And there's something here about understanding I have to follow my passion, because the King of Pentacles makes decisions very much about the reality, right? It's earth energy, your energy of making logical decisions based on the financial aspect of something. And now I think what you're understanding is, well, wait a minute. If I always make decisions based on money, is my heart ever coming into it? Do I ever get inspired when I'm only thinking about the financial aspect of something? The Moon card here is your fears of putting yourself out there, right? Fears of how that might change your financial status. And I think for some of you, it's also that going into that emotional aspect of trying to follow or make decisions based on, what perhaps your father always suggested, or your family suggested, or society suggested. how that might look to other people. What you're recognizing is what is true for you. What is true for you, and taking back your power, allowing yourself to say, this is what I want for myself, and surrendering to the journey, even though you may have some fears. Look at this. You have the Queen of Wands underneath, and then you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups, along with Strength. I'm taking that, and the Fool. I think for a lot of you, you're looking, if you're single, I think you're wanting to have this, a new romantic relationship. It's kind of like, for some of you, you may be understanding that, you know, the Emperor is an energy of kind of being by yourself. You could have been focusing on your career or something, but you're also understanding, well, I don't have anyone to share it with. This is the energy of getting passionate about what it is that you want and attracting in love, of wanting to go in a new direction. But what does that mean about your home? Right? Are you living in an area where you can meet people, or are you in your home and not going out to meet people, right? Or is it an energy of you don't want to invite anyone into your home because you feel like it's just not ready for company, you know, whatever that might mean. Maybe you need to do a little decorating, or may need to do some decluttering or something like that, so that you feel more comfortable, more confident in having people into your home. So this is an energy of understanding that this is a destined time in your life of looking at, where am I when it comes to my home environment, in the things that are around me and the people around me, and what changes do I want to make as I start into 2024. So let's see how this area of expansion is going to affect your fourth house. Yes, lots of healing after a long time of conflict. So you could have had conflict, especially since this is also in your house of childhood or inner child. You could have had a lot of conflict, a lot of unresolved issues as far as, you know, maybe the home environment that you grew up in, or what was expected of you as you became an adult about your home and where you live and the things that you own. There's this energy of finally being able to heal. And for some of you, there's an emotional energy here of emotionally connecting to what it is that you truly want for yourself. And no longer, there's almost a little bit of a sense of rebelling. And I'm going to go back to that. For those of you that, you know, left like your hometown or moved far away from, you know, your family, okay, in order to kind of like find yourself, or a little bit, I'll have to say Virgo, and this might not be all of you, but for some of you, you could have done it to rebel, okay, kind of like, I don't want to deal with my family, I don't, you know, they're not supportive or whatever, and you've moved away in order to find yourself, to regain your power. But now there's this draw of going back to your hometown, or reconnecting with family members that maybe you haven't been in connection with for a long time. Not that maybe you're not speaking to them, but you just don't talk to them very often, or maybe only on the holidays or something like that. So let's see what this is. Yeah, I really and truly feel like you have the Queen of Swords here, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. The Ten of Pentacles represents family energy. I think you're seeing clearly that you want to reconnect, you know, with the Page of Cups. This is the energy of, I want to reconnect to some people that maybe were part of my life as a child or a young adult, and I've grown apart from, right? For whatever reason. Maybe you moved to another part of the country just to explore that, or for a job or whatever. It's this energy of wanting to come home, I will have to say. Now, that's not going to mean, you know, that doesn't mean all of you are going to resonate with that. But there's a sense of coming home, either coming back home closer to your family roots, right? Or coming home to you in your own heart, creating the home for yourself that your heart truly desires. So what is the obstacle here? Yeah, you have the Justice card. So some of you could be having difficulties, okay, either in the legal sense, okay, so this could be contracts that you feel like you are bound to, right? So you could have, a lease that you're bound to, or you could have contracted for a job and you feel like you have to stay in a city that maybe you're really not wanting to be in. For others of you, this could also be like legally, like a contract with a spouse, or, some type of partnership where you feel like you can't leave this person, even if you're wanting to move away or dissolve that relationship. So some of you, it could be that you have to, go through a divorce or some type of separation, some legal thing. For others of you, it could be Libra that you are dealing with, right? And, with this in-between card, it's seen that for some of you, you may have a little bit of time between where you are now and where you might be at the end of 2024, especially in your home environment. It may take time. If you have a lease, right, on an apartment or a home, you may have to wait until that lease is up. So, financially, you can't just, you could maybe break the contract, but it would cost you money. So in the meantime, your obstacle here, right, is that you have to wait it out. But, whenever we're put in that waiting game, you have the uncovering treasure energy here, right? Understanding that there's treasure even in the waiting. There's always something that we can learn when we're in that waiting period. And I feel like for some of you, there is a waiting period. So for some of you, it could also be that you are going through a divorce or a separation. So you have to take some type of temporary housing for a while. Or perhaps, it's kind of like you can't make a decision about where you're going to live until the legal situation is resolved, right? And perhaps, the financial settlement out of something. So let's take a look at what this is. Yeah, this is kind of like, okay, you have the Temperance card, right? Having patience. This is the Sagittarian energy too. Having the patience, okay, to wait out the conflict. I do feel like some of you are having conflict, but you're going from the Five of Wands to the Six of Wands. You are going to find success in this, okay? So whatever this contract, this legal situation is, it could even be that it doesn't have to be legally binding, right? But you could have a sense of having some type of moral obligation to some type of situation that you're in. So you feel kind of bound to something that is going to prevent you from making a big change in your life at this time. Once again, it's about, okay, how can I use this time while I'm waiting? What can I uncover during this time? Perhaps it's about exploring where you do want to live, or exploring different ways of decorating your home, kind of coming into contact with that. Because remember, you are the snow leopard, and this is about use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection, right? It's allowing this time to do some healing, to kind of like allow yourself to rest and relax to get ready for the next chapter. Okay, so advice on how to inspire this sense of Sagittarian adventure, right? Opening yourself up to new experiences, new relationships, perhaps new places to live. Yeah, you have come to the edge and strength. Beautiful. It's about having the strength, the courage, the perseverance to go in a new direction, even though it may not happen overnight, right? And I can say from personal experience that waiting can be very difficult, right? Because it's almost as if, you just want to get that next chapter started, right? And it's kind of like, why does it have to take so long? But when you think back to a time where you had to wait for something, and we're here in the Christmas season, so maybe if you celebrated Santa as a child, right, you could have, that time, that counting down energy of going from maybe December 1st to December 24th when Santa would come in the evening, right? It's that energy of waiting, of patience, of the excitement. It is about, you know, the anticipation of something sometimes can be so beautiful when we allow ourselves to raise our vibration and get excited about the next chapter of our life. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, it is all about, Ace of Pentacles, Empress. Look at this. You know, kind of bringing together your divine masculine and your divine feminine, allowing this time. You had a lot of divine masculine energy at the beginning of the reading. Now we have the Queen of Cups and we have the Empress. This energy of really taking this time while you're waiting for this new chapter to start, to really kind of like foster your divine feminine energy. If you think about it, the home is very much divine feminine energy, bringing that sense of love and nurturing into your home environment and with the people that you want to spend more time with. You know, this is something where you may have been toying. Do I really want to heal connections to my family, or connections with my inner child, or connections with a childhood dreams? This is a time where you are being given this little bubble of time, a sense of being protected, because you are being protected with the snow leopard energy of understanding. This is a time for me to go within and decide what it is that I truly want as I move into this next chapter. Beautiful energy. I think the key here is to reconnect to what it is that you want for yourself and who you want to surround yourself with. And then also having the patience and the perseverance to really wait for those perfect opportunities. Because remember, it says, use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection, allowing things to unfold in the divine time, and not feeling like you have to make a decision today and make the change tomorrow, right? It's beautiful. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for you. And Virgo, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. So let's see, to whom am I comparing myself right now? Yeah, I think, you know, I'm going to say you have the Five of Wands and then the Six of Wands. The Five of Wands is a little bit about competition, comparing yourself to what you have or where you live compared to what maybe your siblings have, or your friends, or other people in your life, or where you thought you would be at this point in your life, right? Understanding that your journey has led you to this time in order to really look at what it is that you want. You know, if your siblings or your friends have, you know, a home or people that they live with, and you have a little bit of a sense of envy, asking yourself, is that really what you want for yourself? Or is that kind of like childhood conditioning of that's what you're supposed to want for yourself? If it's really what you want for yourself, then it's time to take action towards it. But if it's not what you really want for yourself, if it's really just that sense of, well, that's what I'm supposed to want, right? Then it's time to go within and really ask yourself, what is it that you want for yourself as you move forward? Yeah, when you are able to see what you are able to see in another is only visible because it is within you, ready to be brought out. Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. All that you need and want is within you. Yeah, very much your hermit energy of going within and really discovering what it is that you want for yourself. Sometimes when we look at what other people have, it can help us to understand what it is that we truly want and don't want for ourselves, right? Sometimes if, you know, we see what somebody else has and it really is, you know, opening up our heart chakra and we're desiring that, right? Whether it's in reality or in a magazine or a movie or whatever, it's kind of like, okay, then I have the courage, the perseverance to move towards that, because that is something that I know that my heart is truly desiring, because you have the Queen of Cups and the Empress. It's all about your heart. What does your heart desire? All right, I'm going to leave it there, Virgo. It was so good to see you. I really appreciate all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light. Bye for now.